And we're back, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. Let's talk about Alien and Terminator. Yes, because both Alien and Terminator movies had some really awful games tied into them in the past. I mean, really bad cash grabs, in my opinion. So now it is 2020. Where do we stand with these franchises and games in general? So why not compare Alien Isolation with Terminator Resistance? Both are movie tie-ins, and both are stories about survival. Both are first-person games, so yeah, let's do that. Fortunately, they fare a lot better than the old ones. Alien Isolation is a first-person stealth action adventure game. You play Ripley's daughter and are trapped on a space station and need to escape, meanwhile being chased by an alien monster. What this game does well is immerse you in that sort of alien universe with all the familiar elements of the Alien movie. In Terminator Resistance, you play as a member of the Resistance. I personally like the story of Terminator Resistance a little better than Alien Isolation. There's some really interesting NPCs that share personal stories about themselves. They give good context. In Alien Isolation, on the other hand, not so much. You're basically on your own, and the NPCs you'll meet in this game are forgettable at best. Terminator Resistance offers some Fallout-inspired cityscapes, and they look kinda okay. It's not great, but it's better than the usual stuff. Alien Isolation, on the other hand, offers mostly grey-looking corridors and computer rooms and all that. And after a while, the whole aesthetic starts to become a little boring. So what are the things that you'll be doing in these games? Well, in Resistance, the game offers some contextual quests that make sense given the circumstances you're in. Find some tools, go out and grab some medical supplies and all that kind of thing. Join the military resistance group and fight robots and things like that. In Alien Isolation, the stuff you'll actually be doing is the weakest part of the game. I mean, Ripley in the movie is a badass character, but her daughter is being bossed around continuously. Go that way, open a door. Oh, the door needs power. Go to another place and flip some switches. Oh, let's go to some computers and access the computers, get some code, use the code on some locker, get a key card, and so forth. It just gets on your nerves. But the best aspect of Alien Isolation, of course, is the alien. And the tension you feel when you encounter it is unparalleled. You never know when the alien starts to show up and a little cat and mouse game starts to kick in. Really, it is just so much fun when the alien starts looking for you as you try to hide in closets and under tables. But once the alien is gone, well, it's back to, well, the mundane stuff. I mean, really, let's try and lock up the alien, so close all the doors. So you close the doors, but then, well, that didn't work, so go somewhere else and close those doors. It's just not good. It really is not good. The game really drags on way too long, and it really boggles my mind how mediocre Alien Isolation is when you remove the whole alien out of the equation. Again, closing doors, flipping switches, that sort of thing. It just doesn't work for me. What both games have in common, though, is that there is some crafting and upgrading here and there. Along the way, you'll pick up crap that you can use to craft stuff, but you don't really need it, at least not in Alien Isolation, because you're sort of stealthily going through the whole space station, and maybe except for the health packs, because they are useful. In Resistance, the first-person shooting is not great. I mean, the weapons don't look great. The shooting of robots and metallic spiders and drones is just not super exciting. At least they have tried to mix things up a little bit with some set pieces and a good variety of levels. I mean, it's not an open-world game, which I do appreciate, but they give you some good focused structures and buildings and just some pathways to those buildings, and it's fine, you know, it is fine. So what's the conclusion of the comparison of both these games? Well, we have progressed in time, I have to say. I mean, the AAA industry cannot afford to throw away a lot of money on making these games, so they are not terrible in any way. Resistance is a fun game for a while if you take it for what it is. I mean, it's just kind of mediocre to good, kind of shooter, like RPG-ish, talking to characters, NPCs, and that sort of thing. It's kind of fun to do that. Alien Isolation is also a fun game, at least when the alien shows up. There's a lot of tension, as I said, but again, it overstays its welcome, and in effect, I think overall it is an overrated game. I mean, after the debacle that was Colonial Marines, everybody wanted to love the next Alien game, and this was it, and it's actually kind of fun. So yeah, that's what I think of both these games. They are fun, but they're not masterpieces or anything like that. I mean, again, Resistance, fun, it doesn't overstay its welcome, it's nice, it's cool, it is fun to immerse yourself in that Terminator world. Alien Isolation, it is fun, but it's just too overlong. It's just overlong, it is frustrating at times, and just boring to look at and to play, but again, the Alien makes up for that quite a bit. That's it, in conclusion. I mean, they are fun games, so yeah. Do whatever you want with them. Let me know what you think, and see you next time.
Rivers! Are you okay? Shoot that thing! Jacob, get up!